the chair. Today I'm here to speak for the topic, our current education system is totally irrelevant for the 21st century learners. Since this year, we generate more than 4 exabytes of information. That is more than the total information we had till last year since inception of the earth. But still, we are busy judging how well can a student mug up an outdated definition from the textbooks written years ago when Pluto was still considered to be a planet. There are more than 5 lakh blogs written each day, out of which 35% are related to latest technologies. But still, our syllabus is based on Office 2000. By the time I started speaking, there were already 30 million emails sent, out of which 80% were used for advertising. But still, a student is forced to mug an outdated module of e-business. Today's kindergartner will be retiring in 2067. If we teach today the way we were taught yesterday, we would be doing injustice by not preparing them for today or tomorrow. We need to replicate in our classrooms the world in which the students are living. The 21st century education is bold. It breaks the mold. It is flexible, creative, challenging and complex. It addresses a rapidly changing world filled with fantastic new problems and exciting new possibilities, where answers are not lost in the past by the time where questions are not lost in the past by the time answers are found, where education develops critical thinking without killing curiosity and imagination to make people agile and adaptable in a world which is rapidly changing, where each day shows a new facet, not remaining as the one they knew yesterday. Today's education is exam-centric, syllabus-centric and memory-centric. The poor students suffer the ignominy of this inefficient examination system. When the economy leapt forward, riding on new discoveries, inventions and on back of information technology, our education system remained in a state of standstill. So, I would like to raise certain questions to my worthy opponent. What are the number of patents registered by the various educational institutions over the past few years? Well, the answer is abysmally low. How often are we upgrading our syllabus? Our education system has become archaic and it should be confined to museums. Are we doing the right thing? Are we upgrading our curriculum? Are we changing our teaching pedagogy? Honorable Chairman, the answer to all the above questions would be in negative. Universities have become the political akhadas of syndicate members and student union leaders, and education is the casualty. There is even minimal investment in education. The 11th 5-year plan set aside only 1/4 of the estimated cost behind education. Our current expenditure on education is only 4.1%, which is much less than the expenditure in a tiny island country, Sri Lanka. There is a need for increase in the research base of our country, a need for increase in good faculty, a need for increase in the physical infrastructure and soft technology. The top universities suffer from faculty crunch, and this gives them less time for spending behind teaching. This gives them less time for spending behind research and consultation. I would like to conclude in words of Aurobindo, who said that there is a need to improve. Behind every problem, there is a solution. The problem in itself is a solution. If we want to implement all this in each and every class of India, we need to change our mindset. Education means changing the mirrors into windows. Thank you.
Second participant of code number 7 against the motion. Greetings to respected Chair. I stand before you to air my views against the motion tabled before the House, stated the Indian education system is irrelevant to the 21st century learners. Respected Chair, our education system is not based on the myopic vision of the needs of the 21st century learner. What Mahatma Gandhi said in the 20th century not only holds relevance in the 21st century, but also for the rest of the centuries to come. He said, and I quote, "The real difficulty is that people have no idea what education truly is. These institutions are opened up only with the idea of students earning income. The actual importance is not given to the improvement of character of the educated. My worthy opponents have only stated the ill-equipped infrastructure, but have forgotten that zero is still valuable. Thousands of foreign students are flocking into Indian universities and colleges who bear testimony to the fact that Indian education system is second to none. In fact, Gujarat Vidyapeeth has offered a course in Gandhian philosophy that is today jam-packed with foreign students. The Indian education system is dynamic, and it is helping the students, providing them with benefits of numerous modern pedagogy. The education system in India is focusing on knowledge economy, experience and exposure of the same in terms of the rapidly changing economy. A number of MNCs and foreign companies have entered India, IIMs, IITs, IISs and other numerous institutions by hiring Indian students. Out of the 70 applications that were received for the post of director of IIM Ahmedabad, several of them were from abroad, but an Indian educated in India beat the competition. Of the time education results of World University rankings, 3 Indian educational institutions were ranked among the top 400 universities across the globe. The International Science Olympiad 2012-13 held in Singapore has position 1, position 2 and position 3 bagged by Indians who at some point or the other had studied in India. The foreign universities are coming to India and entering different cities, wooing Indian students to come and enroll in their universities. India can boast of the largest pool of talented resources comprising of Indian entrepreneurs, CA, doctors, engineers, nurses, economists, agricultural scientists and mathematicians who are ruling the roost of the developed nations. Have my worthy opponents forgotten Kalpana Chawla, who studied from Haryana? Today, after completing their education, hundreds of Indians are ruling NASA. The Indian IT skilled professionals are calling the shots in Silicon Valley. From Tokyo to Seoul, Singapore to Shanghai, Moscow to London and Madrid to New York, the canvas is filled with rich Indian success stories that have educated themselves from India. Today, calling them irrelevant would be a Himalayan blunder. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian cradle is the birthplace of human languages and the education system is still keeping it alive. My worthy opponents should not confuse the growing nature of the developing economy with the ablest and the most effective education system in India. Today, the products of our education system is creating shiver in the spines of the developed world. In the words of Thomas L. Friedman, I would like to quote, "My parents told me, finish up your dinner. People in India and China are starving. Today, I tell my daughters, finish up your homework. People in India and China are starving for your jobs." I rest my case.